All right. All the questions are very political. So I've got to do it in a way so that you grasp, what is actually really happening there, that you don't realize what is happening. But let me do this first. So with all these guys, firstly, there's Zelensky. Zelensky on the 7th of November last year, he was up without a paddle. Okay, so this guy, there's a third party involved in his whole life from the minute he turned 46. The third party became worse, whereas before the 46, it wasn't as bad and it was all under the radar. But at 46, the shit hit the fan. Like, yes, there was the war, there was all of this. The thing is, if you want to know about the war and the guy here is not totally responsible, then you need to do your homework on NATO. I'm not schooling you on NATO because that's where it actually started. And the whole idea of that is because NATO, blah, 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 is wanting to take Russia. Russia is kind of like the largest country on earth. All right. And Russia has all these rare earths and minerals and everything like this, which means the Ukraine has it as well. And that's what it's actually really about, all right? It's like, in another part of the Middle East, a country had all the natural stuff and now it's being cut up into pieces, whatever. So that's really where the whole thing is. Trump did not hide that. He said, we'll make a deal with you for the 100 whatever billion we've given you, which, by the way, this guy has no idea where it is. But I'm sure that the ADHD person working for him will find all of that. All right. So what really has happened here is on the 5th day is a rooster day, and you could see it was a rooster day in the meeting that he had with Trump, Vance, all that, with these people. And the minute they went into the Oval Office, after they've done all the homework, he said, yes, we'll sign the deal. That's Zelensky, Trump, they're signing a deal for these minerals, etc. And then he does not have to pay back the billions and billions he's been given, which apparently he doesn't know where it is. Again, do your own homework on that. I'm not making this shit up. So what ends up happening on that day, the day is actually a rooster day. And the time they decide to do this and talk about it is water and metal. The metal is a rooster. Water is communication. And water, elementally, the yin water has the two ears. Nobody was listening, or one or two people were not listening to the whole communication and what the deal was before it went out the door. He saw the media, obviously, and wanted to make a big deal in front of the media. So they had a deal. He changed his mind right there and then in front of the media after they had spoken for a few days, etc., etc. The thing that's come out right now, it came out today or while we were sleeping. The thing that came out is that he had already signed a deal with, where's Wally? Yep, you got it. The Britain's UK Prime Minister. Where's Wally? And Zelensky has already made a deal with Where's Wally 3 days before Trump's inauguration to sell them blah, 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 blah. Okay, the rare earths. But the war has to keep going. That is it. The war has to keep going. NATO. All right. You've got to do your own homework, that type of thing. You can't just sit there and listen to everything media is telling you. You don't have to listen to me. I look at it as elementally nothing more. So when I said there's a third party with him, where's Wally is the third party because he already has the deal with NATO. Now he's got it with the third party. So he came in to see Trump in the Oval Office to make the deal for support, not for war. He said to him, no one's going to be killed. That is it. He doesn't want that. He wants a war to keep going, of course, because that's then how all the armies are weakened, etc., etc. And then someone comes in and takes it all. Who? NATO will come in and take it all. Now, the deal was signed 3 days before Trump's inauguration. They just found out about it today. Today is a dog. But actually, they found out about it yesterday, which is because we're a day ahead. So today's a dog. Yesterday was a rooster. So they found out about it in a rooster day. Remember, the deal was going to be made on a rooster. And when I say to you sometimes look at the 6th day from whatever decision you made or the 12th day from whatever decision you made, it comes back and bites you or it goes through. So there we are, okay? It's a rooster day that the decision was made and now everyone's up shit creek, okay? So when we're looking at all of this kind of elements, Zelensky is basically gone. He's out. The thing is he already has this challenge in his own chart with himself, the people. He wasn't voted in. Keep that in mind as well. He was a stripper, dancer, that kind of a person who made fun of his own government, etc. as well. Nothing wrong with that. But he sits on the pig and he already has a snake. To add to it, there's a monkey in his luck pillar, in his cycle of time. So all of that together, the pig and the snake are a clash, sorry. But then the monkey and the pig in his chart are a harm. So we've got a clash and a harm happening. This guy's not going to make it. He's going to either have to resign and move on, and he's going to be replaced. And just keep in mind all this time, though, why does he want this war to keep going? Because he gets the money. He's the one that is, he's basically the one that can't tell you where the money is, but I'm sure the ADHD, as I said, guy is going to find all these mansions and land that has no title and they're going to belong to him. It's going to happen, so don't worry about that. Now, with this also, he's turned around and he said, no, when he got all this money, the billions and billions and billions, I'm not making this up. If you go to 60 Minutes, there's an interview and they ask him, where's the last 40 billion you were given? He has no idea where it was. And that was just before Trump came in. So again, you make up your own mind. So in reality, what's the British Prime Minister, what's going on with him? This year, the snake, with his chart, with Where's Waldo or his world, whatever it is, his chart is kaboom. It's actually going to blow up in his face. And what's going to blow up in his face is related to money. So the middle guy, Trump, he has a very strong chart elementally. Okay, he moves money. This is what he does. He's the businessman. They've never had a businessman run the country. It's always a politician or a lawyer or whatever, that type of thing. So for him, what the year is bringing him is a lot of support. And this support for him has power above it. So he has support and he has power, both of those this year. And next year he's shining like, I believe next year he may come down, settle down, and then Vance takes over. Because there's no other way. He doesn't own, that sort of thing. Because it's a Zen kind of thing, but at the same time, it's still the support. Okay, so we've got Zelensky and where's Wally? Both of these guys are on their way out. They just don't know it yet, or they do know it, and this is why they're carrying on with what they're doing. So then we come to our Elmer Fudd. Oh my God, I have so much to say about him, but I have to be careful what I say. Yeah. So this guy wants the war to keep going. Our own Elmer Fudd wants the war to keep going. Now, what we don't know, and I'm hoping Caroline Price, the Doge that's in for us here, will find out the billions and billions and billions, right, that Elmer Fudd has sent overseas to this guy is all going to come out. So he's bankrupting us as a country just to do what one person wants. You think I'm bullshitting you. It'll come out. So this morning he committed to the Ukraine, or yesterday, whenever it was. Someone sent it to me. And they're supporting basically World War III. Same as Where's Waldo. He's supporting World War III. He's going to give this guy the money, etc., etc. So this is more than a deal. This is like, this war that can actually be wiped out by, if Putin presses a button, he can do that. He's already sent a missile thing, but it had nothing in it, just to show them how easy it was in the Ukraine. Right. So we have one person who wants to stop all the bloodshed, all the killing of children, all over. He's done it in the Middle East. He's doing it here in the Ukraine. But everybody else wants war. All right. And there's so much about this that you can just, I might put a little link as to what you can then read to understand how deep this actually is. But keep in mind, he was not elected, just like the WEF, the World Economic Forum. They were not elected. That's for another day. All right. So that's all I can answer you. So all your questions, I've just answered. Oh, there's this one. All right. With our Elmer Fudd here in Australia, this is not even a real relationship that he's in. Maybe you don't remember, because go Google it yourselves. Julia Gillard and what's his name? Tim something. Right. So that was a relationship that had to look good for the camera and for everybody else. Well, this is what is actually happening right now here. All right. He is not in a relationship. It is all for show at the same time as well. When he is out in whatever it is, a month or two, she will get everything. She will get the house and he'll go back to community housing. All right, so that's it. That's all I can tell you at the moment. Yeah, I am. It was like someone sent me this thing and I thought, oh my God. Oh my God. So do your own homework if you want to, or switch off from me. They are only showing you what they were paid to show you. All right. You're not paying me here. You want to pay me, bring it. I'll help you count it. All right. That is it. So once 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 you turn off everything and just listen to proper things, real things, not what is there being paid for, then you'll understand. I get a lot of info from clients, yes, and I get a lot of info from overseas, from clients overseas. So I did not download any of this, by the way. It's all elemental. I have said that it is for educational purposes only, and I hope I've educated you. And so that's about it. That's about all the questions and answers. And yes, our Elmer Fudd should go back to cooking sausages on the barbie, because that's what you're good for, mate. You've done nothing for this country. There's no legacy that you're leaving behind, same as Victoria's PM, previous PM and PM now. So bye. I'll wave bye to you. All right. That's it. You're all out except the big guy. Yeah. He's going crazy. He's saying, "You think I'm an idiot?" That's what I'd be doing. All right. There you go. That's it. Yep. Bring the questions. Oh, finally. Finally.